everybody, thanks for stopping back by Wild Bird Creative. I have my art journal here, and I just want to show you a couple of the scissors that I use, Friskers paper edgers, lightning, and stamp. I've already cut the pieces as I was just kind of fooling around with things, so we don't need to keep them sitting out. So I've got my page right here. I have just a scribble stencil, and I'm not coming in really heavy. I'm using my unbleached titanium, and I'm just going to add a little bit of interest to the background. Again, I'm not putting a lot on. Let me show you how little I have on my paper plate. Just a little splodge of it, not much at all. And again, I'm just tapping it, loading it just enough, and just coming in. And it's going to be an irregular edge, and that is fine. And you can use whatever stencil appeals to you. This is a Julie Balzer one. And I can't remember where I got it. Might have been at Michael's. Might have been right from an online site. I've had it a few years. So let's just make sure that I've got a good, interesting edge. And I'm just letting it bleed off in all directions. And I just keep checking it just to make sure that I like the way it looks. There we go. That's all I want. Let me set all this aside to get washed. Toss it right over there on the floor. Let's get rid of that little bit of schmutz right there. And this won't take long to dry because it is such a light coat. But let's just scoot it to the side. Get rid of these junky scraps. And I want to show you my pieces over here. And it's just a variety. Some of them, as I had said, I cut, and some of them are already that shape, like the yellow rectangle you see is just a scrap from a whole scrap packet that I bought. I indulged and got just a fun scrap packet. Now I'm going to put this one down. This is just a piece of gift bag. You know, one of those ones that you get at the store. Not necessarily one that you would wrap a gift in. So then I've got this wonderful orange circle. It's another handmade paper from Dick Blick. And just make sure I've got it the way I want. I'm just going to tuck it right up there. And you can already see the way the background has just a nice little bit of interest. Now these strips I just cut with that lightning scissor. And I've got a bunch of paper punches here that are oh so very old. And I'm just going to stick them on. This part will be a little fiddly just because you're going to end up with glue all over your fingers. But these are just going to mimic little buds on these green stalks. And then I'm just going to, oh, see, now that one's stuck to the background and not to the green. Oh, so did that one. I may have to do these holding them up so that they stick. Oh my. Just get that on there without it. There we go. So that's what I've got. I'm just gonna toss that there to the side. Let it sit. Grab another one. Repeat the same process. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. I mean, buds grow where buds grow. You kind of have to be willing to just let them stick where you tuck them down. And again, you can always pick them back up if you really hate it, or if you stick one on top of another one, which sometimes when you're punching out papers, you end up with several. Let's see, I don't know if I got any glue on that. Let me try again. This would be perfect if my nails were a little bit longer. Come on now, get off my finger. Oh my goodness, you are being fussy. There we go. Lay it there. This is the slow part. I know it's not very exciting. And I can always put these on at the end. But I want to have some on here now so that they are in place as I move along. I don't want to be fussing and coming back and trying to put them on when I've moved on to another part. So anyhow, as you can see, simple. These were tea-stained copy paper. I'd used probably a pomegranate or a raspberry tea bag with a couple drops of food coloring, just so that it would be a little denser. Let me grab this. Let me put another one on here. I feel like we need one right there. There we go. Okay, I've got 2 left. You can have as many stalks as you want, as many buds as you want, whatever color buds you want. You know, maybe you want yellow, maybe you want orange, maybe you want to make the background darker and have the buds be white. Use your imagination. Just use this as a jumping off point, an idea generator. You know, look at your garden, look at a nearby garden, look at pictures of gardens. There's no wrong way to do mixed media or collage. That's what I like to tell people. There we go. And luckily they will dry pretty quickly. Hopefully they will stay stuck. Again, if not, I can glue them back on. This isn't a commissioned piece where if something goes wrong, I've upset a customer and I have to start over. I'm just having fun. Okay, the last one of the dots for right now. Okay, so there they are, looking good. And let me scoot the whole thing back here into the middle. Scoot these other bits to the side because I'm going to need them. But right now what I need to do is bring all of these over, flip them face down so that I can glue them in place. They're just on that packing paper that you get from Home Goods. So they're a little bit wobbly. Let me just run the glue stick right up, right down. And there we go. Just start putting them in And just thinking about the way things sit in a vase. Now this is going to be our vase, so I want to make sure that I am keeping them within what is going to be those edges. I don't want one floating out of the side. There we go, that's good. Let's put this next one. And I'm just going really slowly with these so that I don't end up damaging any. Let's see, let's put you right there. Again, let's make sure it's staying in the vase. It is. Perfect. 2 more to go. And I've varied the heights just the way you would in a regular arrangement. Let's see, let's put you a little bit over that sun or moon, whatever you want to consider it. And let's put let's see, I think I'm gonna put him here, and before I tuck it down, I'll make sure I like where it is. Okay, so there are my little sticks in the vase, and then I cut using the lightning scissor and then the stamp one, just some little flowers that I'm going to pop on here. And they're just a piece of scrapbook paper that had some varying colors to it. And it just adds that little bit of blossom to the top. Again, nothing fancy. It's all very, very, you know what? I'm gonna move you. It's all very, very simple. I want the biggest one up there. And then let's put this one there. That one there. And the last little one. Right here. So now the vase. And this is just a piece of tissue. It's got some nice fibers in it, and it's just a nice warm yellow color. I wanted something that was going to pop a little bit. And let me just put this on here. Press it in place. Press all the little dots down. Get rid of that little bit of schmutz. And we are done. We've got a little bouquet. I don't know what they are, little succulents of some sort. It really doesn't matter. It's just for just some fun, just some enjoyment doing a collage. Let's see, I feel like maybe we need another little blossom there. I've got, these things do stick together when you punch a bunch of them. There we go. Let's just get this one. And let's put it right there. Just adds another couple blossoms. I've got so many of these. I mean, when I say I have a baggie full of these little dots, I'm not kidding. I do indeed. Let's see if I like one here or if I feel it's too much. I feel it's kind of too much, but I feel like I kind of need something there. Let's see about moving this guy. Oh, there we go. That's the difference right there. So here we go. 15 minutes later, because there were a lot of fiddly parts, I just have a very simple collage and mixed media piece. Nothing fancy, using scraps, enjoying playing with the lines, and just having fun creating. I hope you'll grab your stuff and make your own version of a springtime bouquet. Remember, speak kindly to yourself this week, be kind to yourself this week, and thanks for stopping by. Wild Bird Creative.